way to say I love you, since there are so many other romantic expressions. No matter if you're a rookie,
你好，我的中文一点点。
or a sophisticated learner,
我来北京5年了，我是本地人。
there is definitely something that will interest you. Check out Takeaway Chinese, a word that starts with 你好.
You're listening to CGTN Radio. Hear the difference. Experience the musical classics of the East. Mingle with the masters of Chinese music.
每个这种美召唤的女性。
因为蒙古民族被称为马背民族。
小小二胡 Music Talks. Witness the sound of antiquity and modernity. This is CGTN Radio. Hear the difference.
Now the news. I'm Tian Yu. China's national legislature has decided on a new lineup of the State Council or the Cabinet. Upon nomination by Premier Li Qiang, lawmakers have endorsed such key officials as vice premiers, state councillors, ministers, the governor of the central bank, the auditor general, and the secretary general of the State Council. President Xi Jinping signed a presidential order to appoint those officials. Tunisia is among the countries that have welcomed the decision by Saudi Arabia and Iran to resume diplomatic ties. The Tunisian Ministry of Foreign Affairs also praised the role played by China in facilitating the agreement. Saudi Arabia and Iran have agreed to restore diplomatic relations and reopen their embassies and missions within 2 months after China mediated talks in Beijing. They have also agreed to hold talks between foreign ministers to arrange ambassadors' exchange and explore ways to strengthen bilateral relations. Hassan Kavani has more.
After multiple rounds of negotiations started in Oman and Iraq last year, Iran and Saudi Arabia finally decided to resume diplomatic relations. The agreement was announced on Friday in Beijing as the most recent round of talks were hosted by China. Tehran says the negotiations were initiated after President Ebrahim Raisi's February visit to China, adding that the negotiations in Beijing were clear, constructive, and comprehensive.
One of the top 20 banks in the United States has shut down after facing serious financial troubles. As a result, many tech startup companies are unable to draw funds. Benji Hire has more.
It's a bank that mostly serves tech startups and venture capital-backed businesses, including some of the industry's best-known brands. But this commercial bank, based in Santa Clara, California, as the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history. The tech lender was already scrambling to raise money to plug a loss from the sale of assets affected by higher interest rates. Then, this week, its customers rushed to withdraw money as anxiety spread over SVB's balance sheet, creating what's known as a run on the bank. Some companies have all their money deposited at Silicon Valley Bank. But now they can't access it. It's a desperate situation for many firms.
Hundreds of thousands of people demonstrated across France on Saturday against the government's pension reform plan. Local media says the French Senate may proceed to vote on the pension reform plan after days of debates. Under the plan, the legal retirement age will be progressively raised by 3 months a year from 62 to 64 by 2030, and a guaranteed minimum pension will be introduced. As from 2027, at least 43 years of work would be required to be eligible for a full pension. Britain has agreed to pay France around £480 million over the next 3 years to help clamp down on migrants traveling to Britain from France via the English Channel. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and French President Emmanuel Macron came to the agreement as the two leaders met for a summit in Paris. The two sides also decided to strengthen cooperation in climate change and the energy sector. Ross Cullen has more from Paris.
The main topic for the agenda was certainly illegal immigration. That has been one of the issues all week in the UK and in France, trying to work out this new proposed legislation that the UK wants to bring in to fight illegal immigration. There was a deal announced. The United Kingdom is going to be paying France some $500 million also to build a new detention centre here in France. Something that underlined this whole summit was friendship. A relationship between London and Paris has really deteriorated in recent years with Brexit when the United Kingdom left the European Union. The AUKUS crisis then in 2021 exacerbated the situation. We had France and Australia agreeing a submarine deal, which Australia abruptly cancelled, according to Paris, went behind France's back and signed a new deal with the United Kingdom and the United States.
China's scientific research ship Sihuadon has returned to the city of Sanya after completing its first international land deep diving scientific research mission in waters surrounding Oceania. The vessel began its mission in October of last year. It traveled for 157 days and sailed more than 22,000 nautical miles around Oceania. And that's the news. I'm Chen Yu.